if you're not on the UTSA bandwagon already, you might want to hop on because this is a team that's poised for a serious run, maybe even springing a Power 5 upset. Maybe they make it to the NY6. That might be a little bit loftier goal, but this is definitely going to be a team that's worth watching on Saturdays in 2021. Jeff Traylor has done a great job of bringing in talent to this team, kind of reviving the UTSA program. And the guys that you'll see on roster here are a big reason why their ceiling is so high. Number 10, we have Cory Mayfield, honorable mention Conference USA last year. He had 2 picks and 6 passes defended. This defense, especially its secondary, is electric, and while they might give up a lot of points sometimes, they're able to make plays like this, and we'll talk about another guy who's the perfect example of that. Number 9, Mekhi Hart, a guy who's second team All-Conference USA last year, has 9 games under his belt now, and really is just getting started with his career. Number 8, wide receiver Joshua Cephas, not even the best wide receiver on this team, but a guy who is honorable mention All-Conference USA, 547 yards last year and 5 touchdowns. This passing attack is going to be a problem this year, that's for sure, and we're not even done talking about that. We're just getting started. At number 7, linebacker Charles Wiley, an impressive 10 tackles for loss last year. This is a defense that, like I said, kind of hit or miss with what they were able to do, but a defense that has the talent to make some stops, and if they can put it all together this year, the Roadrunners are going to be a terrifying team to stop this year. I mentioned that passing attack before. Zakari Franklin is going to be one of the best wide receivers in all of Conference USA. He had 694 yards last year with 7 touchdowns. Big play threat to a T, and it's scary that he's not even the best skill position player on this offense. We're going to talk about a couple other guys, but he's so good, he's so explosive, and he's going to be a nightmare for anybody to cover this year. Number 5, Trevor Harmonson. A lot of UTSA's players were on all conference selections or honorable mention, and that's the biggest reason why you should be excited for this team. Harmonson had 73 tackles, and 9 of them were for loss, and he was honorable mention last year. So now that he gets a full year under his belt, it'll be interesting to see what he can do now that he's comfortable in his position and has a chance to play an entire year. Number 4, Spencer Buford, second team all-conference selection with 22 games of experience. You need guys that can block with the skill positions that UTSA has, and they have the offensive line that can do that as well. So it's going to be an offense that's tough to stop. If they're healthy the entire year, oh boy, this is not a team that you want to see on Saturdays. Number 3, quarterback Frank Harris, arguably the most important player to this offense. Last year, he threw for just over 1,600 yards with 12 touchdowns and 6 picks. If he can take a step forward and lead this offense to where it needs to go, again, I'm going to keep saying it, this is going to be a terrifying team to face. Number 2, a guy I mentioned before, a guy I absolutely love, just a general playmaker, a natural playmaker, Rashaad Wisdom. He had 95 tackles and 4 picks last year. Does a little bit of everything, can force fumbles, he's not afraid to stick his nose in the trenches. You name it, he can do it, and it's going to be exciting to see what he and the secondary can do on a defense that has a lot of potential for growth this year. And then number 1, maybe one of the most underrated players in all of college football, running back Sincere McCormick. I don't know where all this hate is coming from, but the guy almost had 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns, and people don't really count him in the top 10 sometimes, and that's just absolutely baffling to me. Actually, I should say some people don't even count him in the top 20. He's definitely capable of being a top 10 back, definitely in the top 20. I don't know why you wouldn't think that Sincere McCormick isn't in that conversation, but when you're one of the top returning rushers in all of college football, you deserve some recognition. And I don't want to hear, oh, he's in the group of five. That doesn't matter. This is still a guy that's very talented. He's going to be able to make a lot of explosive plays, a lot of big time plays. And UTSA's running game is obviously set, and it's going to be good for him to return for Frank Harris and the passing attack as well, because he'll open the field up for them this year.